things all year that nobody expected them to do, Port Adelaide, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Should be a great game.
That's interesting. Kane Collins went to Harry O'Brien last time, and they want to shut Harry down on the outside with that running ability on the wing.
We are ready to go for the second elimination final. Port Adelaide and Collingwood at the G. Neither ruckman made a really good fist of that, but the desperate nature of Luke Ball led him to the bottom of the pack.
Yeah, Bally back in, and he is on the bottom of every pack, and sure enough, first bounce, he's on the loose ball. Terrific inclusion tonight.
Some real electricity at the G tonight between the two sides that wear black and white, and a little bit of teal added in for Port as well. Marley Williams with a crunching tackle on Gray.
Hands off.
Gets a look. Is that the required journey? Ball with a handball wide to Pendlebury. The steadier from 45. Long ball in. Reid was there, and big help over the top from Jonas.
Yeah, Jonas does that really well. Third man in. I reckon Reid had the body position then. He may have marked that football if Jonas didn't.
He's lucky to us.
In the home and away, that was 50.
Really lucky. Monfrey's going wide, West off the target. He did Maxwell in the one-on-one. The handball over the top was good. The give and go back to Westhoff from Lobie. Forced to do it on the left, and he did it with great style and calmness.
Oh, what a great bit of play by Justin Westhoff. Had an outstanding season, a career season by him. Took the mark, played on quickly, followed it up, and gee, what a great left foot snap. For a man of his size, he's got all the attributes, Justin Westhoff. Good start by Port. They don't look overawed.
Really looking good just at this early stage.
Wingard, short to Corns. He turns and long and direct. Schultz has got the break here. He's strong in the air. You can't give him a metre.
Just going to duck off for the blood rule, mate. Thank you.
Well, you look down the ground and you think the one-on-one matchups are exactly as they would have hoped them to be at the start of the game. They're getting the numbers back perfectly in defence. Let's have a look at Luke Ball there. I just can't see that that's far enough away from the guy kicking goals. You have to police that, I think, with a bit more strictness would be my feel. But from a Port Adelaide point of view, Rich, I'm sitting here going, Ken Hinkley, they could not have hoped for a better start structurally and the way they're playing.
Yeah, outstanding. They're getting back, they're helping out. They've got 2-on-1s on Reid and Cloak a couple of times, and then they're running it out of defence and using the footy well.
Game 1-4-1 for Schultz, part of that Richmond team, of course, that didn't play a lot of finals. This is his first, and he kicks a goal in his first final.
Well, there he is, Jay Schultz. And he gets a bit of water over the head to cool down, but they have caught fire at the start of this game. It's early stages, 12-point lead, but when you come into a big final with a massive crowd, you want to do this. You just want to settle and feel like you're at home. 14 players haven't played a final, and none of them at the moment look as though they are out of their depth at all.
Him and Wingard in the same team, Shaw just bulldozes over the top of Monfries and slugs it down the throat of Swan.
Well, there he is again, Dane Swan. He's spot on, does that kick to Pendlebury. When it came off the boot, I thought he had it for all money, but the work rate to get back and help out.
Swan's looking to pass off, but there's no movement at all. So the team is saying to him, no, you do it. He is within range, but it's a difficult angle, as you can see. He has made a great effort with that. Collingwood's first goal at the 17-minute mark. Pittard. Trengove. Pursued by Williams. Kiefer's there as well. Soccer off the ground, valuable for Corns in the middle. It opens it up for Ebert. Little cute footy, found Schultz. He is a thumping kick, but I think that's out of his range. And he goes sideways. Hartlett takes him on. A little tag from behind, just put him off balance on execution.
We saw Travis Cloak at the other end have his first one-on-one contest. It was in the pocket, but he out-positioned, out-bodied.
The desperation from both sides is excellent here at the moment. Somehow beams out the back door. Wingard was all over it. Goldsack, O'Brien. There's a free off the ball. Advantage paid for the buys. But O'Brien lost a handle on the footy. Gray wraps him up. Port Adelaide players' jumpers arrive. And Gray gets the congratulations. Well done, Robbie Gray. Clock is ticking at 20 seconds in the quarter. One last flurry forward. Side bottom will need to drive it. Pendlebury is short, so is Swan. G. Westhoff worked the angle brilliantly. Left footer, remember, on Pendlebury. 8 seconds. There's time around the corner. Takes the mark, Elliott. Siren will sound. And Elliott will shoot from where? Swan goal for Collingwood's only goal of the quarter.
Great pass from Pendlebury. He had the ability to put that one in the right spot, but again, it was Port Adelaide forcing that kick to go way wide to the pocket. This makes it a really hard shot after the siren for Elliott.
Well, they actually had nobody inside 50 to go to for a while there, and it was great work rate by Pendlebury and Swan to actually get over to that flank and provide an option.
Look at the 3 on the mark. 1 on the mark and 2 on the perimeter. Siren's gone. This to level the scores at quarter time. Elliott. And a real difficult angle, swinging. It fell short unbelievably. And in the end, no score. It is quarter time at the G in a sizzling elimination final. Port by a goal. Clean off his toes was Hartlett.
Once again, that's exiting their defensive 50, Port Adelaide, with great skill and not a lot of pressure.
O'Shea to Schultz. Schultz should have gone short to the lead. You can see him in the foreground. Westhoff used the body. Play on. Both the skipper goals. What a start in the second for Port.
Well, I actually thought he summed that up really well. In the end, the long kick inside 50. Got a bit going on here behind the play. Oh, no. Oh, this is a massive moment. This is. Can you believe it? It's going to be a double goal directly in front. And I'll tell you what, they're the sort of moments in footy, Richo, that you just turn a game. They just put a bit of doubt in the opposition's mind.
While you've been away, there's been a free kick against Heath Shaw for a high tackle. The kick will go to Monfries.
I would love to see the whole build-up to what happened, and we will after Monfries kicks, but I just hope it wasn't the retaliator getting done.
You will see it, Richo. We're going to stay with this one. Monfries will kick a certain goal here. So it's 2 goals in 5 seconds, and a little bit of anger just creeping in here at the moment with Monfries. Heath Shaw is the antagonist. Look at him go with the verbal with Monfries.
Well, Marley Williams enjoys it. Look at him, he can't wait to get in there.
I reckon Bunch has got to get Heath Shaw off.
Well, that's, in my book, a free kick.
Yeah, that's just silly from Heath Shaw. You got an umpire standing there. You know if you make contact to the face, let's look what happened. So a little bit of a push and shove, and then Heath Shaw's reaction was just silly. He went high. As soon as you make contact with the face, the umpire's got no choice. So that's a massive moment in this game.
It's a great effort by Port so far.
Pittard, high ball, Schultz lining up at the back. Schultz with a big one over the top. You can see him coming from a mile back.
He can take a hanger, Jay Schultz. He took one here against Melbourne. Have a look at this. That is a ripper. The one he took here earlier the year against Melbourne is a contender for Mark of the Year, and that wasn't bad either. But he used to do that
this
every second week.
For 3 goals in 3 minutes in the second quarter. Schultz comes in. He's a dead eye. He kicks the goal. 3 goals in 3 minutes to rip this one wide open. Port Adelaide by 24.
Well, the thing is, we spoke about belief at the start of this quarter. Hasn't that just got a shot in the arm? You're out to a 4-goal lead. You've got Collingwood rattled. You've got Heath Shaw, who's given away an undisciplined free kick. You've got Jay Schultz takes one of the great marks we've seen of the year. Suddenly you just feel this ripple effect right across the stadium. Collingwood fans here, well, they're starting to get nervous. Is this going horribly wrong?
Wow.
And the belief, as we said, what a mark that was, is just now got to the point where they genuinely feel as though they can win this game.
They need to win the ball out of this clearance, get possession of the footy, and just try and slow things down for a minute.
Got the handball into Moore. Ducking the tackle, Hartlett, and Goldsack got him high. So the youth of Port Adelaide getting it done, and here's a great example of it, Oliver Wines. Strong in the legs, Harry O'Brien. They're surrounded by Port Adelaide players. Even Pendlebury was a little iffy when he went there, but he absorbed the pressure and he will come out with a free. And the Bronxies go up for the umpire.
On the ball now, Jay, quickly. Thank you.
Almost a suplex move there by Jay Schultz. G. Ball's got space, he's got to go. Bang! He's been bowled over. Cloak now. Didn't see Gray come from behind. Blair thinks his way through this. Reid, kick is good. Elliott's now got a one-on-one with Jonas. Can he turn him around? No, the bigger Jonas made him go forward. Seedsman, the look away to Williams. Williams gets just an inch and he rams it home for a Collingwood goal against the odds.
Some of his decision-making hasn't been great. The rest of his teammates haven't missed a beat at all.
Ollie winds like a bull. Look at this, open field, no one in the back half at all. Collingwood have got a 2-on-1. Monfries keeps it alive. He says, come on, troops, follow me. And they are. Look at that. They're coming in big numbers. And that's a huge win for Port Adelaide.
Pete Shaw's saying that's deliberate. He socketed it towards the line. Good effort by Monfries. Had nothing, just had to try and keep it inside their 50, and he did.
Finally, Port to their end. Tringo's ball was smothered off the boot. Blair looking for Swan. Logan set side for it, gave it to Ebert. Gets a clean look, Ebert. And a miss.
BT, you called it.
At least man him up.
Two looses back at the moment, Port Adelaide. Beams to Dwyer. Dwyer top of the square. Now there's one of the looses in the middle there, and guess who had the chance to mark it? He did, but couldn't quite pull it off. Now Cloak around the body, left foot snap. He got all of it, and really something out of nothing there for the Pies. Beams now.
You're just allowed to drop the footy out of the tackle.
McCaffar around the body. Collingwood have kicked 3 in a row, and remarkably they are back within a goal. Little footy. Cahoon. Schultz tries to palm one off, 2 off. They come from north, east, west and south, and they savage him, but Lobe in the middle. Hartlett a little fumble. A bump and a knock. Cahoon under enormous pressure. Ebert picks it up. Look at this. How could that happen? Wingard in the goal square by himself. An easy goal.
Well, Nathan Buckley, he can't believe it. How can Chad Wingard be standing in the goal square on his own? Heath Shaw's trying to work it out with Nathan Brown. Someone's just got caught ball watching in traffic there, and he's ducked out the back, Wingard. One of the most dangerous small forwards in the comp this year. He shouldn't get any space.
Centre players give away a free kick with front on contact, but he's got enough athleticism and understanding of the game to put Dane Swan under a heap of pressure there.
Lobe Gray didn't quite sit for him. Now it does. Little kick over the body. Shaw under Monfries pressure. Siren sounds. An enthralling first half of football, and Shaw has thrown the footy and hit Monfries in the head. They've ended just the way they started the quarter.
There's a bit of lip going on here as we go to the half-time break. We heard Heath Shaw say earlier he got kicked out of Essendon, Angus. That's why he left, and these two have got a bit of feeling the footy to the face. Unfortunately, this one hasn't spilled over. Koshy, he's not happy.
He wanted a free kick for
says
that.
Koshy.
And not happy. The Prez, but there's a little bit of feeling in this team as they gather in the middle here. Grundy this time with the wing. Beams, side bottom, quick flick up over the top. The give and go back from Seedsman. Now Dwyer gets a really clean look with time. Blair in the paw. He's got Broadbent. Broadbent's hoping it goes out. It doesn't. He tempts him to come at it. Dwyer round the corner in a dangerous spot. Swan will stand and deliver. Took the mark. He runs. Plays on. Collingwood have levelled the game. It's all tied up. Brown around the corner to Shaw. Now they've got it in the clean hands of Seedsman. Seedsman goes long and deep. Watch out, the big fella at the back, Keefe. Got in the way of Cloak. Blair, O'Shea overran the ball. Reid went where no one else would. Ebert's there. Oliver Wines, one of the young guns, unloaded. Ends with a read snap. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Do not tell me. Boy, oh boy, wowee. Dane Swan carving the G up. Calhoun, Maxwell, Elliott and Ball. Ball knew Elliott was the carrier. Got it off here. Cloak goes deep. Reed's got a break. Swan at the back. No Collingwood player can keep their feet. Swan got him. Broadbent didn't know he was there.
He's sure
and Swan's going to really arc up at the umpire now. No, he lets him go.
Yeah, it was Heath Shaw who was the man who came from nowhere and mowed Broadbent down. And he'll ask the question, it's a fair question about incorrect disposal.
He could blow out very quickly, though, BT, if they don't get on top of Pies at the moment.
The sack. Ebert. Funny, deliberate little kick to Logan. Logan sees Wingard, and Wingard's happy with the set shot.
He's got an ability to pop up out of a sprinkler, Chad Wingard, for a gun play. He slips out the back and loses his man in traffic. He's a beautiful kick. Distance won't be an issue from here. And he should just go back and have a crack at this one.
Well, he's just such a natural forward. He reads what's going to happen before everyone else. That's why he's a gun. And he gets out into space, and you go, how could he get out there? It's just his reading of the play.
22 minutes since this man kicked Port's last goal. Porter about to make the sub as well. Wingard from 50. Launches the high ball to the city end. Has it got the wheels? Yes, it has. Port square the ledger.
What about that for a finish? Drop punt.
He's the man for the moment.
He is, isn't he? Yeah, he's got great sense of occasion, and that's what really good players do, Richard. I don't know. Hasn't all been his way tonight. We've thought he was a little bit fumbly early, but that sort of quality to be able to stand up and do that is just so exciting. Been one of the great finds this year, Chad Wingard.
Maybe there's not a lot of tall forwards down there to worry about for Port.
Well, yeah, we've spoken about how good Port Adelaide's run is in the last quarter as Swanee turns that one over.
And they will pay because this man here has got a good leg on him.
I reckon you hold Alan Didak back to the last quarter as much as you can, maybe 5 minutes into that last quarter, and just tell him to run his backside off and really provide a heap of run for Collingwood. Dangerous. He's starting to warm up, though. They might go a little bit earlier than that.
There's the vest. It's off as Ollie Wines lines up for a big one.
Do they go tall?
Is it Maxwell? Is it the skipper? It's got the vest.
No, they're still waiting, BT.
Wines from 50 metres out to give Port a 7-point lead. Wow. Gee, that's a mammoth kick.
How's the composure? The first-year player, Ollie Wines, Wingard and Wines, the last two goals.
Been a massive turnaround. 3 goals in a row. Swan on fire inside 50. All coming out of the centre, inside 50s. And for Port to be able to respond with Wingard and Wines, it's just an amazing effort.
So Port by 8 points. Grundy. Logan did well to Broadbent. And Broadbent's escaped and done it nicely to Young.
It's easier said than done to get Cloak one out because Port have been so good with their work rate back. Got to try and manufacture it in the last quarter, though.
Port by 6 points at quarter time. Port by 12 points at half time. And Port by just 8 points at three-quarter time. Stay with us. This is elimination final. The winner gets to play Geelong. Which team will be eliminated? Which team lives to fight Geelong at the G next Friday night? Beams to Didak. Both subs activated here. Very late in the third quarter, McCaffer through some heavy traffic. Quick little handball by Maxwell to Didak, slipped the tackle. Onto the left foot of Pendlebury. Gives an opportunity here for Beams. Beams a long bomb. Collingwood down by just 2.
For the quarter, it was 13-0 prior to that kick out of defence.
Ebert's 21st. There's Harry. Got it to Didak. Lingy, you just heard. He's had an impact, not his best kick, but he's still got it to O'Brien. Sells some foot candy and then strokes the ball perfectly. Keith! He got the hands up like Buck said, but he just lowered the head a little. Oh boy! Couldn't quite nail it.
And they're going to counter at some stage.
Yeah, massive respect to Ken Hinkley's ability to teach this side to get back and defend as well as they do and make life really hard for the Collingwood forwards.
Side bottom to the square. Cloak takes the mark, runs, plays on. Was he over the line? Was he over the line? I think he was. My first initial thoughts.
I believe it's a goal. Just want to make sure it wasn't touched when Cloak kicked it. Wasn't. Cloak took the mark, played on, and he's kicked it. I want to make sure it's not touched. Okay.
So they're worried about the touch. I'm worried about whether he's over the line.
Score review, please.
Going to score
Umpire's
review.
call is that it's a goal. Please just check that the ball it wasn't touched off the boot.
Remember, it will revert to a goal if it's not confirmed by video replay.
Looks like NASA down there.
So I think he's actually kicked it in the field of play. So I think that part of it is right. Now, the touch ball from Westhoff. They're trying to line up the exact frame of the footy here.
Score review completed. Confirm goal.
Gee, I didn't see them roll the frame far enough forward to know whether it was touched or whether he did kick it over the line. Jonas back. Can Cloak make this work? Ebert. Boy, now they're under the pump. Didak's going to try and run Corns down, and Corns a really good effort under enormous pressure to find Trengove.
Play on.
Trengove out wide. Looking for and not quite finding Lobie, but Hartlett through the corridor. Good-looking kick to the advantage of Monfries. Angus Monfries plays on around the corner, and that'll bend too much. Gee, that set shot suited him with his right to left, but...
Did he just rush that a bit, you reckon, BT?
Well, he's not an overly long kick, Richo, so I reckon that worried him just a little.
That was an elite kick there by Corns out of defensive 50.
9 minutes on the tick-tock. Collingwood by half a goal. Seedsman was caught high. No free. The umpire says play on.
Didn't see it. Couldn't see it.
Grundy's got one in the eye.
Didn't see it.
He'll need to refocus very quickly. Look at the one-on-one battles. A soccer by Boak. It's Scott and Chelsea, but it's a goal. And Porter back in front by 3 points.
Gee, he just got goal side there, didn't he, Travis Boak, at the stoppage? We'll have another look at that on a replay just to see exactly how he was able to get goal side. Here it is here. McCaffrey just got in behind him. The ball spilled out. McCaffrey's done well all night. It just shows you the concentration needed. Boak gets goal side.
Yeah, Port, as I said, Richo were able to create that space. Chelsea Roffey gets hit in the head on the way through, but Nathan Buck will be really disappointed they didn't have a sweeper back there protecting exactly that. Harry O'Brien thought about it, but he thought about it too late. You just have to have coverage there.
Chelsea, watch out!
A little falcon.
Oh, boy, Chelsea.
Gee, she kept
Look
cool,
at the win in the middle from Lobie. Pendlebury caught in a ripping tackle from Cassisi.
There's no loose man now. It's one-on-one.
We've got 8.5 minutes left, and Port through Wines. He's proved he can kick 50. This young man, Oliver Wines.
He kicked a ripper in that third quarter from probably the same distance.
Yeah. So he'll kick this one from almost on the blue line that represents 50, maybe 51. Ollie Wines. Watch him get through this footy. This would make it tough for the Pies. Wines has got it online. Has it got the distance? No.
Gee, I thought he had it.
Right now. And making it difficult from Collingwood. How many times can it go forward before Point? Wines. He's kicked the goal. This time he's got it. There's the answer. Port by 10 points.
Well, you called it, Richo. You mentioned the look of composure from Wines, and he absolutely has got that presence about him for a young player who absolutely understands the moment and summed it up beautifully. He is a star And Port Adelaide have been incredible. What a moment now for Collingwood. They have to kick the next goal if they are to pull off a come-from-behind victory.
Well, that was just a great kick out of traffic. Have Collingwood got another period of momentum now? Get it through from behind and get possession, a clean possession.
They have owned the footy, Port, in the last 8 to 10 minutes of the game. Pendlebury's kicked it out of bounds on the full.
That's just exactly what finals pressure is about. Scotty Pendlebury, the most composed footballer in the AFL. Even he can feel the pressure in a game like this. Port Adelaide have just been unbelievable about putting Collingwood under the pump.
This is the biggest kick of the night. This nearly wins Port the game. Broadbent from a tough angle. Gee, it looks good. Right to the line.
Well, they've got to take it.
Well, they had the belief. Port, they're a last quarter specialist.
Collingwood start looking at the clock now, and they're not going to feel happy. Wingard will run into an open goal. Port are 18 points up with 5 3/4 minutes remaining. Have they won their way through to play the Cats? Boy, oh boy. What an upset. Koshy out of his seat.
I can't believe that. What an effort. The ball in this situation here, the last thing you can do is let it get over the back. Wingard stayed down. He's just a talent. He reads everything beautifully. He stayed down. O'Brien went up, didn't make any contact. See you later.
So you see Alan Richardson, the senior assistant, he leans over Ken Hinkley's shoulder and says, what do you think? Do we try and shut it down now?
Been a quietish night for him tonight.
Wingard's out again.
Spills to Young. How can this man get so much space? Didak. Wingard. The little Cheslater shoots. This to win the game for Port.
If you're playing on Chad Wingard, you just have to be able to see the number 20 in front of you. You can't let him get out the back. He reads the play so well. You have to keep that number 20 in your vision.
This to win the game and keep Port alive. There is no doubt that a 24-point lead with about 4 minutes on the clock is a winning lead in a final. Schultz comes in and kicks the goal. I think Port are going to get there now.
Well, Nathan Buckley's face says it all. There's the Collingwood president, Eddie Maguire. It must be a harrowing feeling at the moment for Collingwood, who came into this game red-hot favourites. As Ken Hinkley just pushes everyone back. And look at the fans leaving now. Collingwood fans are streaming out of the MCG. They can't bear to watch this.
Look at that, Dust. There's 2 forwards there now. Everyone's behind the footy.
What a performance from Port Adelaide. They won 5 games last year. There was talk about this club being in the depths of despair for a decade. Now they're going to win a final in the MCG against Collingwood. And
look at them, Dash. You said they were walking the terraces.
I'm a Catholic, but his decision to stay. They've had a few things go right Port Adelaide this year, and one of them was the ability to keep Travis Boak and make him captain. He's really held his head really high all year.
It's a good sign, isn't it, when your number 1 on-baller can have a really quiet night in a final and you get the job done. What a coaching performance this year by
Ken Hinkley in his first year. Nathan Buckley will wonder what could have been. Wowee! Port Adelaide have won. They've beaten the red-hot favourites in Collingwood and they've advanced to play Geelong. It doesn't get any better than that if you're a Port Adelaide supporter. Very big way, and I'm not sure Eddie needs to worry about the 6-day break anymore, Das, as we get down to Cameron Ling.
Oh, BT, I'm with a very, very happy captain of the Port Adelaide Footy Club here, Travis Boak.